Now let's show you one of the map animations what I do. This I use in a lot of my YouTube videos. I've also recently used in one of my client videos and they absolutely love it. So to use this effect, you need a screenshot of a map. You can use any map you want. I have provided a screenshot of a map. So let's just go here. This is just a screenshot. So it's like a little photo. So I'm just going to make sure the photo goes for 5 seconds or even longer is fine. So yeah, this is a screenshot just from Google Maps. So I would just zoom in because you can see that it was a little bit smaller. So I'll just zoom in and let's go to Fusion. So here in Fusion, what we want to do is that we want to maybe mark you know how they do in map animation, that mark a point, a line from Hamburg, just show the route from Hamburg all the way to Berlin. Yep. So that's how you do it. First thing what you need to do is go to background. Just press background, background appears, then add the background. So background is here now. Yep. Whatever color you want the line to be, you have to choose it now. You can always change it later. I would maybe do red because yeah, red just pops out. And after that, you can see that the whole image is red. After that, you need to click on the background and then go to another effect. Just select the background and press shift spacebar and type paint and then select mask paint here and then go add. So it gets added on top of the background. Here. Now it's time to draw. Yeah. So I'm zooming in with command and just scroll the mouse. You can do the same with command or control. Now what we want to do, we have the mask paint here, and if I just do a little click on the image, it just makes a little dot. We don't want dots, we want to draw an entire line. Yeah. So we want to go here to the polyline stroke. So once we have the polyline stroke, you can make the lines like this. Yep. So I'll just control Z. So we are just gonna draw, you know, not that precise, just go according to just follow this little highway. So I'm just clicking, yeah, and if you wanna make any turn, what you can do is that just click here a bit further and then you have this like a little polygon kind of tool, so you can make curves like that. So you can select here as well and make curves. Yep. So here we're gonna go all the way to Berlin. Yep. And now you can see that this is a little bit blurry. I'll just go to the normal shape. The line what we have drawn is a little bit, you know, washed out, a bit more blurry. So what we want to do, go to brush controls here, and softness, I usually just go all the way down. So now it's a really hard line. And you can also reduce the size of the line. So now what's happening here is that I can see that I don't really see Hamburg. So maybe we can change the way. So you see this little dots, so you can just drag it however you want. So, you know, just for the sake of this video, I would just change the way so that people can also see Hamburg in the map. So maybe I can also add, just go here. So now if I drew the new way, you can see Hamburg actually really clearly. Yeah. So you have to make sure you're selecting these points. And now if I zoom out, I can obviously see Hamburg and Berlin. Now we have the entire way drawn out. Yeah. What we want to do, we want the animation to start maybe at after 1 second. So let's go at 24 frames, which is here. And here what we're going to do, you go to mask paint and then you go to stroke controls. So we go to stroke controls and you go see this right on tool. If I go all the way there, then my line disappears. I can maybe zoom in a little bit so you can see clearly. So if I, you know, do right on, my line is there. If not, line is gone. So what I would do, of course, keyframing here. So you see if I did keyframing, there's a white line here. And when do I want this effect to be over? Maybe at 100th frame. So we are starting at about after 1 second and ending at the 5th second. And at the 5th second, you go like so. So should we play from the beginning? Hamburg. And we went to Berlin. Yep. And if you want to add shadows, you can add shadows as well. So shadow, you don't have to add under the mask paint. You go under background. So here what we would be doing is I would just select background and then I go drop shadow. Just try drop shadow. You click it. The drop shadow comes in between the background and the merge node. You can see here. And if I click on drop shadow is somewhere there. I just reduce the blur and you can see the shadow here. So I would keep the blur like that, maybe change the distance. Yeah, and this was the image without shadow and this is with shadow. And now if I play it in full screen, you go this. So you might have seen this animation so often and now you know how to do it. And of course you can put some location point here. I don't know, yeah, you can put some, I will also give you this, so don't worry. You can put some location point. So this one, I would just reduce the size, go to Hamburg here, maybe just zoom in a little bit. So what I would be doing is I would just bring it at the Hamburg, yeah. And then I would also do the same thing. I would just make another copy, go option. Let's just increase it. So there's another one at the same location. This I would bring it to Berlin. And if you see that you have this little shadow of the location icon, if you want to get rid of it, just crop it from the bottom. So I just select this, then crop from the bottom. So now you can see if I get rid of this box, the shadow is gone. Same with the other one. I can get rid of it from the bottom. And what you can also do is that you can do some animation, what I taught you before. So if I go to effect, yeah, here in effect, you go all the way down, you go magic animate V3, you go here, and then here, what you can do zoom in and zoom out, both. Drag like so. We can do zoom in and zoom out. So now let's see the entire animation. How cool is that? Like, you really don't have to do crazy amount of editing to get this effect. So that was map animation for you in DaVinci Resolve 19.